Hey, what's up guys? It's Foster and we're back working on the S2000 today. I just got back from a track day and in order to get the car ready, I had to borrow a valve cover, which is this crusty one that you see here. My original valve cover was off getting powder coated as well as baffled so that it didn't have so much oil blow by. If you guys are unfamiliar with S2000s, they're notorious for oil blow by, which is where oil gets trapped in the valve cover and it gets burnt up and sent out the exhaust valves during high-speed left-hand corners. So that's something that was definitely a problem with me, and I felt really bad because I was always smoke screening the cars behind me at every track day we'd go to. So now that we got my original valve cover back, let's go ahead and rip this old crusty one off the car and install it and see how it looks. All right, to start off, you're gonna remove the spark plug cover. It's got 4 bolts holding it on, and use a 5mm hex drive and you'll be able to get them off. Next up, unclip the harness from the firewall. Then once that's out of the way, you can remove the passenger side top dead center sensor. Next up, unbolt the driver's side top dead center sensor with a 10mm socket. Remove the 4 10mm bolts that hold the coil packs onto the valve cover. Then go ahead and unclip the coil packs from the harness and remove them. For now, move this wiring harness off to the side and out of the way. Loosen the clamp on the fresh air vent hose, and once that's loosened, you can go ahead and disconnect it. Unplug the PCV from the valve cover. Then once that's out of the way, remove the dipstick. Now for the fun part, remove the 5 10mm bolts that are holding the valve cover on, and then once those are removed, you can remove the washers and the rubber seals. You should be ready to go ahead and remove the valve cover. Try and wiggle it loose, and if that's not working, you can use a flathead screwdriver to pry up the different sides. All right, here's a cool side-by-side comparison where you can really see the holes that are drilled in my new valve cover and that additional baffling. And then you can also see on the old valve cover that those holes aren't there. So those holes are really gonna make a difference with the oil being able to drain back to where it's supposed to be. And hopefully that prevents some of the oil blow-by. Installation is pretty much the reverse of the removal process. Start by installing your valve cover, then install the washers with the rubber seals and the 5 10mm bolts. Torque the bolts to 8.7 foot-pounds. Honestly, I don't have a torque wrench that goes that low, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. Reinstall the fresh air vent hose onto the valve cover. And once that's on, tighten the hose clamp. After that, reinstall the PCV. Now you can reinstall your coil packs and move the wiring harness back into place. Clip the wiring harness back into place, and then once that's done, re-clip in the passenger top dead center sensor. Next, reinstall the driver's side top dead center sensor. Reinstall the dipstick. Now you can screw on your oil cap. And the last step is to reinstall your spark plug cover. All right guys, we got the new valve cover installed on the S2000. I have to say I'm blown away by how good it looks, especially compared to that old crusty one I used to have on there. I was going for like a Cusco blue color, so we went with a Pika Blue powder coat if you guys want to use something similar yourself as well. If you like this content where I do S2000 part installs, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so I can do more of this stuff in the future. I'm most excited to get this thing out on track now and see how it does with oil blow-by. Hopefully I won't need a catch can, but if I still have issues with it, I might have to do that in a future video. All right, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later.